think that one's you.
Can you hear me?
Check, check, check. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You got me?
Yep.
Yep.
Like we're live, so.
Yeah, welcome to Jacksonville High School tonight. I'm Gary Cook with Todd Maurer. Todd kind of pinch hitting for Jeff Gauck, who's a little under the weather tonight. So, Jeff, you're listening. Hopefully you get rested up, and maybe you can join me tomorrow night. But getting ready for the boys varsity game here between our Chargers and the Jacksonville Eagles. And nice crowd from North Decatur tonight, Todd.
Yep, we had a nice JV game. Chargers did end up getting beat by, what, 8 or 9?
I think it was 9. Get it up, final JV score 52-43, I think. So
Chargers were down 9 or 10 and cut it to, or actually took the lead.
Yes, they did.
But then at the end, done a few fouls and ended up getting beat by 9. So
after reeling off, I think, 5 in a row to start the year, that's their second loss in a row now. So I'm sure they'll get back on track, and they'll have a little break. Well, I take that back. They play tomorrow night, but hopefully they can get back on track tomorrow night. But boys will have a little break after tomorrow night. Don't play again until next Thursday up at the tournament in Richmond, and that's just a varsity only, so there won't be any JV tournament. But I think from what I saw, Todd, they'll be playing Northwood, which is, as you would expect, way up north.
Yep.
I think Northwood's, I don't know, it was last year, year before, they were state champions in maybe the 3A classification. And I know traditionally they've had a pretty good athletic program. I know they've had good football teams for years, so that'll be a good challenge for our Chargers right off the bat. I think they play at 10:30 on Thursday up there next week, the 28th. And then depending on whether they win or lose, will determine what time they'll play later that day. But they'll definitely play 2 games on Thursday. And then I think they're guaranteed at least 1, if not maybe 2, again on Friday, depending on winning and losing, what time of the day they'll play.
And I think Matt Morris and I will be broadcasting, but it will be audio only. So
yes, I think that was we went up last year to do that and found out after we got up there, I think we did the first game and we weren't supposed to be doing any video on it. So I think after that it was kind of audio from last year too, but that's just kind of their policy for this tournament, and I understand that to a certain degree.
Sometimes you're better to ask forgiveness than to ask permission.
Exactly.
So, but I think maybe Northwood this year, did they go to the state finals in football or to
yeah, I think they went a ways. I don't know if they went to state finals or not, but they were at least in the semi-state.
Yep. So, because I'd seen when we played Northwood, I thought I recognized that name. And
yes.
So.
Well, Todd, Jacksonville comes into tonight at 3-4, coached by Clint Bowman, a familiar name to a lot of our Charger fans. This is Clint's 4th year. He is currently 58-28 in 3+ years. So far they have wins over South Ripley by 3, opening game of the season that was here at Jacksonville. Another home win against Rising Sun by 20, and their 3rd win was at home against Shaw. Their losses were at Batesville by 30, at South Dearborn.
That's as far as it'll zoom.
Out at South Dearborn by 15. At South Decatur by 5, and at Southwestern Hanover by 14. So if you hadn't noticed, there's a theme here. They've won 3 games at home, and they've lost 4 games on the road. So hopefully we can break that little string tonight here. But I know this is a place that over the years that they are very comfortable here, and it's a very, I won't say difficult place, but a very challenging place for visiting teams to come in and play for a variety of reasons.
Well, I'll just say that the JV game, you can tell that the home team crowd definitely cheers for the home team.
Yes, Yes, that's for sure. The Eagles are averaging 48.3 points per game and giving up 53 points per game. Had a little opportunity. Each week I usually send Coach Metz a little email and ask him to give me a little info about the opponents, and he basically said their strengths are their balance. You can look out there and they have 4 or 5 kids on the floor. There's no star. They all score about the same amount of points per game. I don't know. There wasn't anything posted on Max Prep, so I can't tell you what any of the averages or any of the stats are for them. They're a pretty good pretty good perimeter shooting team. I think Coach Bowman's got them in an offense where they do a lot of driving and kicking, and what you see a lot of teams doing anymore, and living behind that three-point line. But Coach Metz thought that the starters for them would be number 15, 5'11 senior. Have to get his first
White.
Caleb White, number 30, 5'10 senior in Brady Kummer. Number 5, a 5'9 junior, the only non-senior in the starting lineup. His name's Landon Ash. Number 42, 6'4 senior, Clark Dwenger, and number 20, 6'3 senior, and that is Landon Coleman. Now that's tentative. I didn't get that out of the scorebook or anything. I guess I should have asked Coach Now before I came up here what they've got in the scorebook, but that's what Coach Metz has observed in his scouting report. According to him, he felt like the keys for us tonight, we have to be physical on defense. Offensively, we have to attack the inside of their zone when they play a zone and play from the kind of the inside out. Obviously, weekly, he kind of mentions this, we have to win the rebound battle, you know. Obviously, there's going to be, if they're a perimeter shooting team, going to be a lot of deep rebounds, so we've got to make sure we're not only blocking out, but we're going to get the ball in those deep rebounds. And then, much like our previous 6 games, we have to push the pace. That's going to be important for us to establish the pace. And obviously, I'm not sure the style that Jacksonville plays with only them scoring 48.3 and giving up 53. They may want to play a little slower pace based on that, but I don't even know that. So those are the keys to the win for the Chargers tonight. So hopefully we can do that.
Yeah, we're expecting a good game. I know I hear through the grapevine that Bowman thinks he owes us one because we put it on him up there at North last year.
You know, I look back, Todd, that may I don't know if it was our best game, but it was close to probably one of our best games of the year last year. And, yeah, I think the Chargers kind of had everything rolling that night, and there wasn't. I can remember Clint calling several timeouts, and it didn't seem to stem the tide at all. And I think our Chargers ended up probably winning by 30-plus last year. And that I don't remember us ever, home or away, ever beating Jacksonville that amount in the years I've been at North Decatur.
Yep. So, yeah, I think it was one of them games where shots just went in, and, you know, they were turning the ball over.
Yep.
We were turning into quick buckets, and Youngman come off the bench and hit 6 or 7 threes.
A little bit of everything.
Yep. So.
And we've been on the other end of that.
Yep. So I know that Clint wants a little revenge, so the Chargers got to be ready tonight. Well,
and I'm sure we'll see a variety of defenses, whether it be zone or man or whatever, and you know, Jacksonville, as I watch them over the years, and their kids always just kind of have a knack for knowing how to play the game. You know, no matter how tall they are, how small they are, or quick or slow or whatever, they just have kids that have that knack and pretty good basketball instincts, and so that adds to things sometimes when you play them too, because they usually don't make mistakes or beat themselves very often.
Well, not to, you know, it's the only reason, but when you take a school that doesn't have a football program either, these kids play basketball year round.
That's what they live for. That's what the fans live for here.
Yep. So, and we kind of seen the same thing with the girls program when we were down here last week.
Yep.
Once they got up 8 or 10 on us, I mean, all the girls, even the bigs, handled the ball well, and, you know, they spread the floor on us, and that was pretty much the end of the game. So, you know, you don't want to get down and have to come from behind. So.
I think David's looking for the headset there. Couldn't find it. We got Mr. Spenda running the camera for us tonight. Appreciate him chipping in and helping us out with that. Well, Todd, we're about a minute and a half from tip-off here on the lineup, so we'll take some commercial breaks for our sponsors and be right back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
The wrap-up the year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the wrap-up the year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
We are back here at Jacksonville High School for our starting lineups for tonight. We'll start with the Chargers. It looks like it's the normal starting lineup that the Chargers have had all season. One guard, number 5, Caden Muckerhide, 5'11 senior. At another guard, number 23, a 6'1 sophomore, Chase Youngman. At center, a 6'5 junior, number 45, Brady Maurer. At one forward, a 6'3 junior, number 15, Mason Morris. And rounding out the starting lineup, the other forward, a 6'1 junior, number 35, Cooper Palmer. So we'll see here for sure what the
Got to get them cheerleaders introduced.
Yeah, you know, interesting story here. I was watching some game film from scouting for the girls, and I was watching Columbus East at Columbus North. And Columbus East, at one point in the film, had, now I hope you hear this correctly, Todd, had 40 cheerleaders on the floor. 40. Which, okay, that's all right if that's their thing, but wow, that's a little overkill.
One of my first phone calls of being a school board member was a lady calling to let me know that the cheerleaders were athletes too, and I wasn't arguing with her, you know, I just let her go on, and I said, you know, and I forget what her point was in all this, but I just kept saying, yes, that's fine. You know, if you don't like the way it's being done, you got to come to the school board meeting. I can't help you over the phone, but I wasn't arguing with her, but it's turned into a sport.
Yeah.
I did see where the Lady Charger cheerleaders, or whatever you want to call them, went to South Dearborn last weekend.
I did see that too on social media.
Congratulations to them on winning the competition down there.
Yeah, won all 3 different categories, whatever those were. Well, looks like the Eagles are going to start the group that we talked about. Number 42, Clark Dwenger. Number 5, Landon Ash. Number 30, Brady Comer. Number 20, Landon Coleman. And number 15, Caleb White. So ready for the tip here.
Looks like it's Morris versus Dwenger. And Muckride runs it down. Chargers in the red uniform going left to right. It's like Jacksonville in a man-to-man. Back to Muckride at the top. Drives left. Finds Palmer at the top. Morse back to Muckride. Back to Morse.
Good patience here to start off with. Don't want
Youngman.
get
To
too
Palmer.
big a hurry.
To Maurer. To Muckride.
Nice job of Jacksonville closing gaps there on a couple of drives.
Youngman for 3. Short. No good. Coleman brings it across, finds White, and he drills a 3. Makes it 3-0 Eagles. Morse, Palmer to Youngman, over to Muckride. Up top to Morse, to Palmer. Palmer drives to the free throw line, gives it to Muckride. Takes a ball screen, finds Morse to Youngman.
He does have a violation of ball handling, a carry on Chase Youngman there. That's the first turnover on the Chargers.
Hughes will inbound. Gives it to Coleman. Back to Dwenger for 3. Shots up and good.
Yeah, like we talked
6-0.
about, got to get out on their shooters.
Muckride with Dwenger on him. And he's going to get fouled and be going to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws. Foul is on 20. Coleman, his first. Chargers first of the first period.
Our first quarter sponsor of H&R Block. I know Caden struggled a little bit to free throw line this year, Todd, but that one looked pretty good going through the hoop.
Yep. Caden on his second Big Sky free throw.
Knocks them both in. 6-2 Eagles.
Dwenger up top. Gives it to Hughes. Back to White. Back over to Dwenger. To Hughes. Back to Dwenger. He drives. No good. Tip out. Jacksonville comes away with it. Hughes. Layup is no good by number 30. The rebound basket was no good by Coleman. Muckerhide to Morris to Youngman. Youngman drives baseline to Palmer. Morris. And Morris gets
good,
to
good drive there by Mason Morris. Knock it in. 6-4 Eagles. 5:20 to go here in the H&R Block opening quarter.
Coleman brings it across, gives it over to Comer. To Hughes, back up top to DeWanger. Back to Hughes, Youngman on him. Comer. All the way over in the corner to Comer. Shots up, no good. Falls right into the hand of Coleman, standing under the bucket for 2.
That's the third offensive rebound already for the Eagles, so we're going to have to tighten it up inside there a little bit.
8-4, 3 by Palmer. It's up and good.
Good pull up there by Cooper. 8-7.
Me and Eric decided them's Chargers in the barn since we don't have a 3-part sponsor.
There you go. Looks like we got a violation, travel violation on Hughes there for the Eagles, so that's our first turnover.
8-7 Eagles.
Yeah, I told Emily that I would try to, I just haven't thought about it, try to get out and recruit a 3-point sponsor, but.
Well, I keep forgetting about it. I called her one day about it as well, so.
Another turnover, bad pass there, deflected out, so.
DeWanger in the corner. And he turns it over. Youngman comes away with it. Oh, my. That's pretty weak.
Yeah, I didn't, sure did not see that. So it'll be an offensive foul. Third turnover for the Chargers. 8-7, 4:10 to go here in our H&R Block first quarter. Eagles on top.
Coleman brings it across. Palmer picks him up. Over to Comer. Comer drives, shot's no good. Youngman comes away with the rebound. Quickly pushes. Pulls up for 3 and leaves it short. Forced that one.
Yeah, he didn't have a very good rhythm there. He made a pass fake, but he just didn't get his feet under him.
To DeWanger for 3 from the wing, and he knocks it down.
You know, I kind of remember DeWanger from last year. He
11-7 Eagles.
Left-hander gets out there and has some range.
Maurer from the corner. He kind of double pumped that one. They're going to have a jump ball, so it's going to be Eagle ball.
Yep.
Eldridge and Snell checks in for the Chargers. DeWanger gives it to Ash, who has checked into the game. Up to Comer, over to DeWanger. Simon is in the game as well, 44. DeWanger.
Jacksonville's doing a nice job of cutting and reading the defense as they cut. You know, sometimes the defense is kind of cheating over the top of the screen. They're just kind of cutting to the basket. Sometimes they're curl cutting. Good patience.
Ash has it on the wing. Back up top to DeWanger. He traveled.
Might have walked there, yep.
No might about it, Coach. Let's be honest here.
We didn't travel very far.
He didn't take his suitcase with him. Eldridge on the rebound, gives it to Muckerhide. Eldridge to Morris, back to Muckerhide. And we're going to get a foul on Ash.
Yep.
His first, team's second of the first period.
Charger out of bounds underneath their own basket.
15, White, and 40, Boardman check into the game. Eldridge. Over to Palmer. Going to get a block on Boardman.
Yep, so
that's the third team foul.
2:01 to go here in our H&R Block opening quarter. 11-7 Eagles on top. Mucker High got his shoe tied, so he's ready to take the ball and put it in play.
Inbound to Parmer. He'll dribble to the top, gives it to Morse, to Muckerhide. Muckerhide drives the baseline, pulls up, long, goes out of bounds off the Eagles, stays with the Chargers. Inbound deep to Parmer, to Morse. Back over to Parmer. Up top to Snell, to Morse. Lobs it into Parmer.
They've deflected out of bounds there by 44 from the Eagles.
Mark Meyer's going to check back into the game for Snell.
Dwenger checking back in for the Eagles.
Into Eldridge. Finds Parmer. Finds Maurer for three. Short.
Good kick out there.
Parmer tries to save it. Out of bounds to the Eagles.
11-7. Eagles on top. 1:30 to go here in our opening quarter. Looks like Mucker High's going to pick up a little full court here. Maurer comes down to pressure the ball a little bit with Dwenger.
Borgman to White, to Simon, back to Dwenger, to Borgman. He finds Ash under the bucket. Back up top to White. Shot short, no good. Eldridge on a quick outlet. Owen's got to look at the basket there.
Yeah.
Back up top to Maurer for three. It's no good. Eldridge on the offensive rebound to Muckerhide. Over to Morse. Down the block to Maurer. Over to Parmer. Parmer for three. Shots up and rattles out.
In and out.
Dwenger with the rebound. To Simon. Up top to White. Over to Dwenger. He gives it back to White. They're going to go for one here. There's a steal by Parmer.
Good,
Parmer for two.
It's the third turnover by Jacksonville. Good steal there by Cooper.
11-9, Borgman. Don't get a travel here. Oh,
yeah. He's foul on Muckerhide. It's his first.
Chargers second.
Coleman and Comer both check back in the ball game for the Eagles.
.8 to go here in the H&R Block first quarter.
Just don't want to give up a cheap one here.
Nope. Inbounds. Up top to Dwenger. Shots up and no good. So at the end of one, it's 11-9 Eagles.
Yeah, not too bad a start. We just missed some shots there. So we'll take a sponsor break and be back with Charger basketball.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
We're back here at Jacksonville High School, 11-9, ready to start our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Eagles on top. Well, Todd, I had us unofficially 1 for 7 behind the arc that quarter and 2 for 2 inside. So I know one of those was on a fast break that we scored inside, but it's good to look for that shot out there, but boy,
can't fall in love.
No, you've got to take advantage of things going to the basket, and sometimes that'll get you to the free throw line. Jacksonville did a pretty good job that first quarter, too, of just backing off of us and kind of daring us to shoot, I guess I could say.
Yep. Yeah, Brady had 2 or 3 looks at it, and good looks.
So Chase Youngman checked back in the ball game for the Chargers for Cooper Palmer.
Maurer from the
There
left
we
wing
go.
and knocks that
Good
one down.
penetration by Mucker Hyde, and Brady Maurer knocks in a
Charger in the barn.
12-11 Chargers.
DeWinger gives it to White. Morris does a good job defensively, just doesn't come away with the rebound. Does swipe it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a 4th offensive rebound, but we can't give second opportunities.
Comer, or no, 3. I don't have a 3. Do you have a 3 on? Oh, maybe that is Comer. He went and changed uniforms. I think he had blood on his uniform.
Okay.
I seen him run into the hallway. Pretty sure that's the Comer kid. Number 3 is there now. So anyway, Hughes to DeWinger to Comer. Hughes to White. Back up top to DeWinger. Over to Hughes. Travel, drug his foot.
That's a 4th turnover on the Eagles already. Charger ball. 7:13 to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. 12-11 Chargers.
Maurer inbounds to Muckerhide. Morris in the corner. Up top to Youngman. Back to Morris. That's taken away. Oh!
Wow. Thought that looked like a pretty good block there. Mason kind of hustled back after he made that pass.
I'd like to see a replay on that one.
Yeah. And here's, and again, I'm not going to pick on officials because I know we really need officials, high school officials, and in all sports or whatever. But you have 3 officials on the floor, and the back official, whose job it is to cover that, he's behind the play.
Yep. White does miss the first free throw. Knocks home the second. Makes it a 12-12 tie. Muckerhide. Over to Eldridge. Back to Muckerhide. Drives baseline. Eldridge. Has it knocked away, but he does come away with it. Muckerhide. From the free throw line. Shots up and no good. Comer up to DeWinger. Stay on your feet, Brady.
Oh.
That's 2 tough ones on Mason.
Yeah, I agree. That.
Well, they're going to give that one to.
I was going to say Brady didn't get the fouls on Owen.
Yeah, no, they gave it to Youngman.
Oh, did they? Okay.
That's Chase's second.
DeWinger knocks in the first free throw. 13-12 Eagles.
DeWinger's 7th point on the night. And rattles the second home. Muckerhide brings it across. He's going to get fouled and be going back to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws. I believe that's going to be on White.
Like Cooper Palmer getting ready to check back in the ball game for Chase Youngman. He picked up his second foul. Muckerhide to the free throw line. Knocks in the first of those Big Sky free throws. Like Logan Odell checking in the ball game too.
Second Big Sky free throw is good.
14-all. 6:15 to go here in the Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter.
Coleman will bring it across. Eldridge on him. He's going to get called for travel. Nice job of Logan Odell stepping over the help
Yeah, he
side.
did a nice job helping there. And after he kind of got a half a step on Owen. It's a 5th turnover for the Eagles. Chargers have 4 turnovers.
Muckerhide will bring it across. To Palmer. To Muckerhide. to Palmer for 3. It's up and
There we
good.
go. Nice job, Cooper.
Another charger in the barn for Cooper Palmer.
Good kick out there by Caden. Recognized Cooper. So Chargers on top, 17-14.
Up top to Hughes for 3, and it's good. Hughes' first points of the game. Makes it 17-17. McRide. Crossover from the free throw line and knocks it home. McRide's first field goal of the game, 6th point. Gives the Chargers a 2-point lead, 19-17. Coleman. Over to Comer. To DeWanger. To Hughes. To White. And it's up and good.
Good drive there by White. Just kind of fought through a little pressure there from help defense.
McRide has it at the top. Over to Odell. To McRide. Back to Morse. Over to Palmer. Back to McRide. He'll shoot the 3. Another Charger in the barn. McRide for 3.
22-19 Chargers. 4:30 to go here in the Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter.
Comer. To Coleman. Stay on your feet, O.
Exactly. Nice
No
little
reason to
drive
leave your feet.
Yeah, especially when he's 19 feet from the basket.
Coleman for 2 on the drive. In the corner to Morse. Up top to Odell. Over to McRide.
Good ball
to
movement.
Palmer.
Good ball
Back
movement.
to McRide. To Palmer. To Odell. Odell with a little runner.
Good little floater there by Logan Odell.
Odell's first 2 of the game. Gives the Chargers a 3-point lead. Comer. Coleman. In the paint to DeWanger.
Nice,
Good
nice
strong
job
move.
of Dwenger there, fighting through a little block there by somebody from the Chargers. I couldn't tell who it was.
24-23 Chargers. Trading buckets right now.
Yep.
McRide has it at the top. Hughes on him. To Palmer. Palmer with another one.
There you go, Coop.
Coop's third Charger in the barn.
Coop's got his shooting eye tonight.
DeWanger. To White.
It's like Coach Bowman's going to call a timeout here. We'll see if it's going to be a full or a 30. See if we want to take a sponsor break, but just a 30, so we'll keep it right here. But yeah, both teams are kind of scoring some points here in this second quarter, Todd.
Yep. That's the 4th Charger in the barn for the North Decatur here in this quarter.
Yeah, we got to keep defending, stay out on their shooters, and not let them get to the paint on drives.
Yeah, and we got to get a couple stops and rebounds, you know.
Yep.
When we have got stops in that first quarter there, what did you say? They had 4 offensive rebounds
They did,
or something?
yeah.
So
Jacksonville ball here. 2:53 to go here in the Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Chargers on top, 27-23.
Borgman will inbound to Coleman. Eldridge on him. Over to Simon. Up top to Ash. With Palmer on him to Borgman. To Simon. Back to Borgman. Over to Coleman. To Borgman.
You know, we often talk about offensive patience, Todd. Right now, the Chargers have done a pretty good job of having defensive patience.
There's a good hand by Mason Morris.
Not trying to gamble or get themselves out of position. And, you know, that's really overlooked a lot of times.
Yep. Turnover by the Eagles. Mason Morris gets a hand on the ball and goes out of bounds off the Eagles. So
6th turnover for the Eagles.
Chargers with a chance to extend this 4-point lead. McRide.
Traveled.
Yep. Shots up and no good. I think we're going to get Owen maybe over the back.
Yep. I like Owen being active there, but you got to pick your spots. Can't be quite so obvious about it. So
that's Owen's first, team's third of the second period. Chargers go to a little bit of a press here.
It's like just man-to-man.
Yep. Morse on Ash.
Good job of Logan Odell there, stepping into passing lanes and knocking it out. We had a little trap coming from the backside there.
Simon inbound, in front of the Charger bench. Gives it back to Coleman. Eldridge will pick him up. Over to Comer.
We had a mix-up on defense there, but we lucked out.
Chargers get the timeout. Cooper Palmer with the hustle. It's going to be a full, so we'll get a couple commercials.
Yep.
Walters Tire is your Michelin Farm tire dealer. They carry a big selection of ag tires, and farmers, when tire issues bring you to a stop, the Walters service trucks will be out, get it fixed, and get production rolling again. Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And now, through the end of the year, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg.
We're back here at Jacksonville High School where the Chargers have a 4-point lead, 27-23, with a minute 44 to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter.
Well, the Chargers have had a good quarter and started down 11-9, and like I say, they got a 4-point lead. Be nice to maintain that or extend it a little bit here in the last minute 44.
Every possession's critical when you have a tight game like this, so need to have a little patience on the offensive end and get good shots.
Looks like Maurer checks in for Eldridge.
Todd, does Dwinger have 2 fouls?
I don't have him for any.
Okay, I'm just a little surprised he wasn't in the ball game, but maybe Coach Bowman's trying to run something where he needed this particular lineup in. He's going to have a blocking foul there, so it'll be out of bounds on the side.
That's Simon's first, team's second. Inbound to McRide. To Palmer. He's going to get called for the travel this time.
Yep. That's 5th turnover for the Chargers.
Looks like Snell's going to check in for Palmer here. Comer. Over to Ash. Back to Comer. McRide on him. Ash. Borgman gives it to White. Back to Simon. White from the corner. Shots up and no good. Outlet to Morse, to McRide. And he's going to get called for travel as well. Got to slow down there, step boys.
Yep.
That's what Coach Metz is imploring, slow down. I think he likes to get the ball up the floor quick, but.
Yeah. Be quick, but don't hurry. Isn't that what John Wooden used to say?
Yep. Borgman's going to inbound.
Get those happy feet going when you do that.
To Ash. Borgman, Maurer on him. Over to White. Up top to Simon. 3-pointer is good. You got to get a hand up on there.
Knew there was a reason he was in there.
Yep. Snell got caught down on the screen.
27-26, Chargers.
McRide drives. Odell for 3 from the corner. And no good.
In and out.
Here comes White. Borgman. Back to Ash. Back to Simon.
Good steal there by Mason Morse. Yeah.
Gives it to McRide. Odell from the corner. No good. Snell, oh, he had time to bring it down. Morris does bring it down, no good.
Well, we had
Plenty of time to score one
had
there.
some good looks at it there, yeah.
Well, at the end of the first half, Chargers do maintain a 27-26 lead. So we go to halftime with a 1-point lead. All in all, after being down 2 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, really, if you take that three-pointer that Simon made at the end of the half there, we really played a pretty good second quarter. We'll take some sponsor breaks and be back with our Stones Farm Service halftime report. This is Charger Basketball on WTRE.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Walters Tire is your Michelin Farm tire dealer. They carry a big selection of ag tires, and farmers, when tire issues bring you to a stop, the Walters service trucks will be out, get it fixed, and get production rolling again. Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And now, through the end of the year, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gill and Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gill and Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
We are back here at Jacksonville High School for our Stones Farm Service halftime report. Stones Farm Service located on East Main Street in Greensburg, Indiana. Well, Todd, unofficially, I had us 5 for 13 from the three-point line that half and 9 for 22 overall field goal-wise. Had the Eagles for 7 turnovers and the Chargers for 6. And after we gave up those 4 offensive rebounds in the first quarter, fortunately, we only gave up 1 in the second quarter.
Yeah, a little better job there in the second quarter. Hit a few shots. I think you said we were 1 of 7 from behind the arc in that first quarter. So a little better job there in that second quarter. And like I say, better job on the rebounds as well. So all in all, like I say, Chargers end up with a 1-point lead here at the halftime after being down 2 at the end of the first. So
yeah, we got to continue to really communicate defensively. They run a lot of movement in their, I guess it's motion offense, curl cuts and back cuts, and then we got to dig in and make sure that they're not putting the ball on the floor and getting those direct drives to the basket. So that's where it starts.
Yeah, and we ended up with 3 or 4 of our turnovers were happy feet.
Yes, yeah,
so
just got in a hurry.
What I would consider unforced turnovers.
Yep. So how'd the scoring go in the first half there, Todd?
Leading the way for the Chargers is Cooper Palmer with 11, followed by Muckerhide with 9, Brady Meyer with 3, Morris with 2, and Odell with 2 for their 27. For the Jacksonville Eagles, DeWanger had 10, White was 6, Coleman with 4, Hughes with 3, Simon with 3 for their 26. So 27-26 Chargers. Foul-wise, Youngman had 2. I don't think anybody on Jacksonville had 2. They've got 6 players with 1. We had Morris got 1, Muckerhide got 1, Eldridge got 1, Youngman got 2. Really was the only fouls we had. So, and with the exception of Youngman, I don't think anybody really, like I say, got into foul trouble there. So
right.
Chase kind of forced action there a little bit early and picked up I think his second foul might have been a little cheap, but he picked up one early, and that's what happens when you pick up a cheap one early, that one that you may not think is a foul later costs you. So.
Well, and the other part of that equation, too, is sometimes when you get in foul trouble like that, I hope he'll just go into the game here to start the third quarter and let the game happen, because a lot of times when you get in foul trouble, first thing you want to do, you want to go out there and conquer the world in about the first 30 seconds. So
you force a shot, don't go in, then you commit your third foul.
Exactly.
See, you never had to worry about that with me, though, because I didn't force a shot because I couldn't shoot, and I knew it.
You never hardly forced any fouls either.
Well, I forced a lot of fouls, Coach. So.
You know what, though? I'd much rather have that than somebody that won't guard somebody. So.
I didn't think they were fouls at the time, but they all did.
Yeah, there was some disagreement from time to time on that. Well, we've got a little over a minute to go here. And like I said, it's like we often talk about this. It's important. I think I used to always hear Coach Knight talk about the first 4 minutes in a college game. Well, I always think it's the first 3 minutes of the third quarter in a high school game are really critical in how you play in that second half. And at both ends of the floor in the first 3 minutes. So you got to get stops, you got to rebound, you got to have some patience offensively. You can't turn the ball over. You got to take good shots. All those kinds of things add up to enable you to maybe extend this 1-point lead to, maybe 5, 6, 7 points here in the first 3 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, well, just look at the start of the game. Jacksonville come out and hit a couple shots early and looked like they were going to be rolling, but North did fight back.
Yep.
But even though the first quarter, like I say, we struggled a little bit. So maybe the second half will be our turn to come out knocking down shots. But like I say, you don't want to force nothing here. Come out, get some stops, get some offense or some defensive rebounds, and look to push the ball up the floor. We did push it a couple times and end up with turnovers. Like you said, go fast, but not too fast, or you end up with turnovers. So we got getting ready to start here. I will read the sponsor list. Platinum sponsors: Gillenhow Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Trio sponsors of Walter Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, JC Bank. The cheer block sponsors are Russ Hubler Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, and Fry's A&W. Our free throw sponsor is Big Sky. As we start the second half, Jacksonville ball. Chargers in a quick trap here. DeWanger.
And again, thanks to Stone's Farm Service for sponsoring our halftime report there.
White.
One thing I've noticed about White, he does a good job of shot faking. We really kind of fly out at him, and fortunately, we've been able to cover things up when he drives the bucket, but he does a pretty good job of shot faking and driving.
Hughes gives it to Comer. Back to DeWanger.
Chargers have their original starting lineup in.
Comer. Back to DeWanger. Back over to Hughes. Comer to DeWanger. White for three. It's no good. Maurer on the rebound. Finds Muckerhide. Muckerhide to Morse. To Maurer trailing. Muckerhide. No good.
Off the mark. Jacksonville rebounds.
Comer walks it across. Gives it to DeWanger. Up top to Hughes. Over to White. Back up top to Comer. To White. To Coleman.
Chargers doing a pretty good job of fighting through screens and covering cuts and communicating right now defensively.
White. Over to Hughes. Youngman on him. Gives it to White. Up top to DeWanger. There's a turnover, but Youngman with the steal.
I think the young man was open there, and Jacksonville missed him. By the time they decided to pass it to him, he threw it to Youngman.
Youngman to Muckerhide to Parmer. Up top to Maurer. Back to Parmer. Parmer for three. No good. I'd like to see a little more patience there.
Yeah.
We kind of get three-point happy sometimes.
I used to talk about this a lot. Most teams don't want to play defense any more than maybe about 3 passes. So if you can have some discipline and make a few passes, defense will break down.
DeWanger misses a three-pointer. Muckerhide on the rebound. Takes it himself. Gets all the way to the bucket. Gets fouled up by DeWanger. He's going to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws.
Coast to coast there by Caden after he pulled down the rebound.
The hometown crowd's not very happy about it.
No.
That is the first on DeWanger. Muckerhide at the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws. First is short.
A little short. And that's the one thing I've noticed when Caden has missed this year. He's been short.
It's like he's leaning over the line, too. You watch him when he's short. He walks into it. So, second one. Rattles it home.
Friendly roll there.
Gives the Chargers a 2-point lead, 28-26. Coleman will bring it across.
That's third quarter sponsor here. Forgot to mention Canal and Daughters Car Wash. Appreciate them sponsoring.
Hughes.
White. Morris got away with a little slap foul there, but that's okay.
DeWanger. Gives it up top to Comer. A nickel and dime one on Muckerhide.
Yeah.
His second.
Coach Metz having a little conversation with the official to call that foul. I think he's saying incidental contact, which, you know.
You're allowed to move as long as you're in a legal guarding position, you know, and
Yep.
I think that's what PJ's arguing, that you're allowed to move with the ball handler as long as you're in a legal guarding position. So I think he called a 5-second call.
Yeah, that was a kind of a quick one, but we'll take it. So that's the 9th turnover for the Eagles.
Chargers inbound with a 2-point lead in the Kennelly and Daughter third quarter. McRide will bring it across. We're going to get a hand check on White.
Same official called that foul. That's called the one on the other end.
Yep, he gave PJ the eye.
Yep.
That's White's second. Into Maurer. Up top to Morse. Over to Palmer.
Got a little 2-3 zone here by the Eagles. See how our Chargers adjust to this.
Setting up a set here. Youngman. Back to Muckride. Over to Maurer.
Another foul. So that's 3 quick fouls here on Eagles here in the last couple of possessions.
That one's on 12. Hughes, his first, team's third.
Eagles staying in their 2-3 zone here.
Up top to Muckride. Youngman to Maurer to Palmer. Gets it blocked by
Yeah,
Dwenger.
good block here by Dwenger. I wish Cooper would just shot it when he caught it. And
Youngman's going to pick up his third
got
foul.
his hand caught in the cookie jar there.
Yep.
He just one of those nights when you can't stay away from it. Second team fouling Chargers. Kind of a slow start here for both teams.
Yeah, 1 point scored in the first 4 minutes there. So inbound to Dwenger. That's too easy. Does miss it. Maurer tips it out to Youngman. Youngman gets it to go in. Youngman's first points on the night. Makes it 30-26. Maybe that'll get him rolling here.
There you go.
Up to Dwenger. Over to White. Oh!
I think he's going to get Mason Morris for that one maybe. Just couldn't get his feet slid over there quite quick enough. It's
Morris' second.
Eagles ball on the baseline.
Team's third. Comer to inbounds. Shots up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened over there, but offensive rebound by White, and Mason Morris ended up on the floor. It's like the Eagles back to that man-to-man.
Yep. Muckride pulls up from the free throw line and knocks it home.
Interesting matchup there that they've got Dwenger, who's 6'5", trying to guard Caden there.
Yep. Coleman gives it to Dwenger, to Comer. Back to Simon, to Dwenger. White.
Mason
just
Morris
inside
went
the
for the
arc.
steal
No
there.
good.
Good
Maurer
rebound
on the
by Brady
rebound.
Maurer.
Finds Palmer. Youngman. Maurer for three. No good.
Off the mark.
Out of bounds. Had a good look at it.
Yep, he did. Thought about it too long, I think.
Yep. Got to catch it and shoot it sometimes.
Yep. Going Eldridge checking in the game for our Chargers for Chase Youngman. 2:49 to go here in the Kennelly and Daughters Car Wash third quarter. Chargers on top, 32-28.
Coleman brings it across. Eldridge, who just checked in, on him. Up top, Simon. Somebody's got to get up on him. Luckily, he missed that one, but he does hustle after his rebound. Palmer comes away with it, though. Finds Muckride. Morris, back to Palmer, to Muckride. Back over to Palmer. To Maurer. To Owen. Palmer for three. No good.
Good kick out. Good look at it there. That's a silly foul there by Mason, you know. And 80 feet from the basket.
Coach, there's where I'd wish Brady could recognize. He's got that Simon kid on him who's got 8 inches on him.
Yes.
Get down there and put your butt in him.
That's right. (32-28) Chargers. 2:12 to go here in the Canal and Daughters third quarter.
That's the 4th team foul on the Chargers. So the next one, Eagles will be at the line. Coleman, Simon. Shots blocked by Snell, but right into the hands of DeWanger. He'll be at the line. Morris just picks up his 4th.
Yep, that's a tough one for us. Like Logan Odell is going to check in. Another one of those second chance opportunities for the Eagles. Kind of got him to shoot a bad shot there, and
yep, just didn't come away with the rebound. Yep. DeWanger on the first free throw is no good.
A little short, rolls out. Chargers trying to get matched up here. We got pretty small lineup in there right now.
Second one is good.
32-29 Chargers. Jackson down their man-to-man.
Odell to Snell to Parmer. Back to McRide. Back to Parmer.
Nice,
up and good.
Nice little reverse pivot there by Cooper Parmer for the bucket. Puts the Chargers up 5. Biggest lead for the Chargers.
Cooper's 13th point on the night. Over to Coleman. Coleman for 3, and it's up and good. McRide. There's that matchup we were talking about a minute ago.
Yeah, Owen Eldridge has it shot blocked. The Charger ball underneath their own basket. 1:03 to go here in the Canelli and Daughters third quarter. Looks like
Parmer to inbound.
Jacksonville standing there man-to-man.
Inbound to McRide. To Parmer. To Snell. Snell for 2.
Nice assist there by Cooper. That Snell gets a bucket. So
Snell's first 2 on the night. Chargers with a 4-point lead.
Not so
Over
sure
to
that's
Ash.
not Marshall's first bucket of the year, maybe.
Boardman.
Oh,
Coleman.
good defense there by Logan Odell.
Good active hands.
Yep.
Boardman's going to pick up a foul.
10th turnover for the Eagles. Brady Maurer checking back in the ball game for Marshall Snell.
McRide takes a high ball screen from Cooper Parmer.
It's like Coach Metz signaling we want one shot here, so.
Yeah, they got the switch they want, so
Yep.
he's got the DeWanger kid on him up there again. So
Got 16 seconds to go here in the quarter. Chargers on top by 4.
McRide for 2.
Good little move there by Caden to get that one to roll in. So Chargers will enter the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter with a 6-point lead. We'll take a sponsor break and be right back with Charger basketball here on WTRA.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, we're here at Jacksonville High School where the North Decatur Chargers lead the Jacksonville Eagles 38-32. Entering our Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Todd, I had us unofficially 5 for 9 that quarter from the field, and thought we played pretty solid after we got a slow start.
Yep, won the quarter 11-6, and we get the ball to start the fourth. So Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
Looks like Chase Youngman's checked back in the ball game for the Chargers.
Yep, the Chargers will go with Youngman, Eldridge, Parmer, Maurer, and Muckerhide. Out to Maurer. Up top to Parmer.
Running a little set there. We tried to isolate Owen in the post down there, but we didn't get him.
Muckerhide. Back to Parmer. To Youngman. Back to Parmer. Over to Maurer for 3 from the corner.
Good,
and it's good.
Good skip pass there by Cooper Parmer. Spotted Brady Maurer in the corner for a big 3 there.
Charger in the barn. Puts the Chargers up 9.
Now we got to get stops on this end here.
Stops and rebounds.
Yep.
White for a 3.
Yeah, Owen Eldridge went underneath the screen there, and White did a nice job of recognizing that and popping right out for the 3. So that 3 that Maurer hit was kind of nullified.
There's the switch. Muckerhide, Dwanger on him. Parmer to Maurer from the other corner. Short. He hurried that one a little. Comer to Borgman to White. Muckerhide on the rebound. Muckerhide takes off. White riding him, finds Parmer in the corner. Parmer no good. Eldridge on the rebound. Back to Parmer. Back to Eldridge. Shots up and no good. Parmer with the rebound, no good.
Oh, we missed a couple.
Boy, missed a bunny there.
Good looks there.
Got to have them.
Yep. It's like the Eagles are going to call a timeout here. Coach Bowman setting something up. So it looks like it's a full timeout. So we'll take a sponsor break and be right back with Charger basketball.
Walters Tire is your Michelin Farm tire dealer. They carry a big selection of ag tires, and farmers, when tire issues bring you to a stop, the Walters service trucks will be out, get it fixed, and get production rolling again. Walters Tire services all of southeastern Indiana. And now, through the end of the year, you can get $200 back in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear or Kelly tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. Walters Tire, 220 West Main in Greensburg.
All right. Back here at Jacksonville High School for the final 6:24 here of the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. Chargers on top, 41-35. I hate to complain, Todd, but I wonder if they paid their heat bill, because I am froze.
My hands are cold, Coach. I'm sitting here rubbing my hands.
Me too.
Eagles inbound. Comer, Muckerhide on him.
Yeah, we just didn't slide over and help on that, and Comer got clear to the basket there.
Youngman's going to pick up his 4th foul.
Yeah, just kind of reached in, and Comer did a nice job of fighting through the contact there too and scoring a bucket. So
his first 2 on the night. Knocks home the free throw.
So it goes from a 5-point lead to a 6-point lead to a 3-point lead all of a sudden.
Muckerhide, he'll be going back to the line.
Yeah, good penetration there. Like the foul's going to be
on Coleman.
It's kind of interesting. Coach Bowman's evidently decided to kind of mix up who's guarding Caden. You know, he's had 3 or 4 different people, it seems like, on him tonight. I know Dwanger for a while, Coleman right now. Muckerhide knocks in the first Big Sky free throw. I think White has guarded him some, so maybe even Comer.
Mucker Hyde on his second Big Sky free throw, and is good.
Knocks them both in. 5-point lead for the Chargers, 43-38. 6 minutes to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
Up to Dwenger, hand up. Shots up, no good. Rebound by Mucker Hyde. Maurer from the corner. Another Charger in the ball.
We just really got them spread out right there, and Kate did a nice job of spotting Brady in the corner for another one of those Charger in the barn three-pointers.
Dwenger up top to White.
Good job of Chase Youngman staying down right there, not going for the fake.
Comer, shots up, no good.
Yeah, looks like that's going to be.
I think that's off Owen. Probably.
Yep.
He did say red ball.
Oh, he did say red.
I don't know if he was.
Yeah, I think we got one there, Todd.
Yep. Chargers up 8, 5:14 to go.
It's an important possession right here. You know, with 5 minutes to go in the ball game, we get a good look. Use a little clock right here. We don't have to take the first shot here. Just have some patience.
In the post, Owen. Nice up and under. Yes, there you go.
Really nice job by Owen Eldridge there, giving a shot fake and an up and under for
Chargers
easy
up 10.
bucket.
Out to Hughes, up top to Dwenger. Maurer's going to pick up a foul. Brady has got to realize he's left-handed there. Play that left shoulder.
That's too easy.
I know. We'll talk about that tonight, Coach. Hey, but that's his first foul. There's something wrong.
There you go. 48-38 Chargers.
Means he ain't been playing defense. Dwenger knocks home the first. That's his 12th point on the night. Looking for his 13th. And it's good as well.
Good looking free throw.
Makes it an 8-point Charger lead. 4:39 to go.
Looks like we got them spread out here.
Mucker Hyde to Palmer to Maurer. Back to Mucker Hyde. Over to Palmer. Rebound comes long to Maurer. Back to Mucker Hyde. Over to Comer. That's blocked by Maurer. Saved by Mucker Hyde.
Good job there, but just walling up and
take a little time here.
Yep, coming
up 8, 3.5 to go.
Yep. Besides, they've only committed one foul, so we need to get that foul count up there a little bit if we can.
Isolate Mucker Hyde on the side, crosses over.
Looks like that's going to be
Coleman, his third.
Fouls on number 20, Landon Coleman, his third.
The Charger ball out of bounds under the basket. Looks like
30-second timeout.
Yep, we'll just
by Jacksonville.
Keep it right here. I think the Chargers still should have 4 timeouts. I think Coach Metz called 1 maybe, and that might be Jacksonville's second timeout or third. I don't know.
I think it was their third. So, quick rundown on all our sponsors. Platinum sponsors is Gillen Howe Funeral Home, Acre Automotive Group, Buy Right Auto, Decatur County Recycling, Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. Trio sponsors of Walter Tire, Hamilton Tebby Law Office, and JC Bank. Cheer block sponsors: Russ Hubler Ford, Levenstein's Abbey Carpet, Fleetwood Chevrolet, Fry's A&W. Our halftime sponsor was Stone's Farm Service, and our free throw sponsor is the Big Sky Restaurant.
Yeah, we appreciate all those sponsors helping us bring the game to those fans that weren't able to make it tonight. Again, a reminder that Chargers are at home tomorrow night with Switzerland County.
Up top to Eldridge. And he
took a little extra step there. You know what? That's the first turnover of the half for the Chargers.
Morris checks in for Maurer.
Chargers trying to get matched up here.
Hughes to White to Coleman to Comer for three. Shots up. Eldridge, good job on the rebound.
Good job there, Bowen, of keeping that alive and grabbing it.
McBride slowly brings it across. Coleman will pick him up.
Just need to spread things out here.
Yep. Morris gives it to Youngman. Don't force it. To Parmer. To McBride. McBride on the drive, and that's good.
Charger lead back to 10 with just under 3 minutes to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
Dwanger to Coleman to Dwanger. Hughes back to Coleman.
Like they had Dwanger down there in the post and just couldn't quite get it to him. Looks like Caden kind of trailed Comer across the lane there and got him from behind. So
he's going to get called for his third.
Be out of bounds. Third Charger foul of the quarter.
Don't want to get in the bonus and let them score with the clock stopped here. So Dwanger to inbounds. Into Coleman. Morris.
Good rebound there.
Caden will walk it across. Caden's done a good job tonight staying under control.
Yes.
Sometimes he gets
Looks like
they're
going into a little half-court trap here, a little 1-3-1 half-court trap. Just need to be composed and keep it spread.
Yep.
Make them foul us. That's the
fourth
team foul. Looks like Brady Maurer going to check back in. Looks like we're doing a little offense-defense substitution here with Maurer and Morris. They can wave him in now.
Yeah. Way back to Youngman, who gives it to McBride.
Little half-court trap here.
To Youngman, getting across.
Coach Matt's going to call a full timeout here. 50-40, 2:05 to go here in the Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. We'll take a sponsor break and be back with the final 2:05 of this ball game. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back to Jacksonville High School. Chargers have a 10-point lead. And the ball. Going to have to talk a little bit about this little 1-3-1 half-court trap. Not try to pass over it, make some pass fakes, make them come and foul us. If you kind of attack it diagonally, I think you shouldn't have a huge amount of problem with it. But just have to show some discipline here and some fundamentals.
Yep, good strong passes. None of them lob passes across the top because turnovers at the half-court line result in easy buckets at the other end.
Possession arrow belongs to the Eagles, and both teams have 3 team fouls. So
McBride gives it to Youngman. Back to McBride. Underneath the Maurer to Eldridge, and we're going to get a foul on.
Yeah, 4th team foul there. They
Ash
probably saved a bucket for him there by committing that foul. So. Be the 4th team foul, so Charger ball out of bounds under the baskets again. Looks like Eagles are going to stay man-to-man. Officials trying to get him set here.
I think he was asking Brady if he was all right. Brady might have got hit in the manhood. Back to McBride. To Parmer. Back to McBride. To Maurer.
Well, we're lucky there.
You got to look at the basket.
Yeah. And I'd make them chase us right now. Going to go to the free throw line. And so Muckerhide taking the ball out of bounds. Looks like they're going to stay in a zone here.
And to Maurer, right back to Muckerhide. They're going to get a hold on Coleman. That'll be his 5th.
And Muckerhide to go to the free throw line. Shoot a couple of those Big Sky free throws. Mason Morris preparing to check in after the first free throw. Looks like Coach Bowman's going to put all of his three-point shooters in there. We just got to guard that three-point line, but keep the clock rolling. We don't want to foul. Make sure we block people out and give them only one attempt. And if they make a three, you know, so be it.
Muckerhide knocks down the first. Big Sky free throw.
Caden's been pretty accurate on the mark tonight at the free throw line.
That makes him 8 of 9. Now 9 for
Bounce
10.
the other one in. 12-point lead for the Chargers.
Comer brings it across.
Oh, how did we not come up with that?
Comer chases down the backcourt. Muckerhide on him to DeWanger. And they are going to throw it out of bounds.
That is the 12th turnover, or the 11th turnover for the been really pretty well played second half.
Yep. Maurer checks back in for Morse.
Just had 4 turnovers for the Eagles and only 1 for the Chargers. Stayed in their 1-3-1 half-court trap here.
Muckerhide to Eldridge. To Palmer. And he turns up. One-handed pass. White for 2. Back to Muckerhide. Eldridge. Palmer. I think Eldridge is going to go to the line for 2. Foul on Simon.
49 seconds to go here in the final quarter. Owen Eldridge with a couple of those Big Sky restaurant free throws. Rattles in and out.
No good.
Chargers trying to get matched up here. Mason Morris checked back in for Brady Maurer. A little short, so missed them both.
White drains a 3.
Well, cuts it to 7, so it's still a 3-possession game right now, but I think Coach Metz was trying to change defense there, and I don't know if everybody didn't get the message or what, but timeout for the Eagles. We'll keep it right here, but you know, ball game's not over. 40.9 seconds to go. I'm sure the Eagles are going to come out in some kind of a full court press, so we're just going to have to handle the ball, try to get the ball in Caden's hands. He's our, you know, probably one of our better free throw shooters and our best ball handler.
You know, I don't know their percentages on the year either, but I will have to say that I think Mason's done a really good job of shooting free throws this year.
You're exactly right, yes.
I would have a hard time taking Mason off the floor and leaving Owen on the floor.
Yep, I agree there. Yeah, because he has shot the ball very well at the line. Chargers are in the bonus. Defensively, we have only committed 3 fouls, so we do have a foul to give if we get down to that point where we need to commit a foul. It's like the Eagles are down to their final timeout. Chargers still have 3 timeouts. It's like Palmer's going to take the ball out for the Chargers. Has the baseline to move. Wow.
Boy, was that a quick 5.
That is really, That is really quick.
Technically, Mason can't go back in the game. Time didn't go off the clock, can he?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, out of bounds, so ended up being a good foul there. He did a good job of closing out there on, I think it was on.
That's Youngman's fifth.
Yep, Meyer coming back in the ball game. The Eagle ball under their own basket. 36.6 seconds to go here in our game. 7-point lead for the Chargers.
Comer gets
Good
blocked
block,
by
good
Maurer.
block by Maurer.
Hands it to Muckride, and he gets fouled by DeWanger.
Good defensive play there by Brady Maurer. Mucker had to go to the line.
Muckride back at the line where he's 9 of 10 for a pair of Big Sky free throws. First one is good. He's lived at the line like I live at the buffet bar. Second one. Short.
Short. 8-point lead for the Chargers.
White knocks it home.
White knocks it in, and Coach Bowman calls a quick timeout. It's their last timeout. So it's a 5-point game. It's back to a two-possession game here.
Still got to hit a couple free throws.
We've got a full timeout, so we'll take a sponsor break and be back with the final 22 seconds.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Welcome back to Jacksonville High School. 53-48 Chargers on top. Be their ball underneath the Jacksonville basket with 22 seconds to go here in our ball game.
You'll see if this guy can count to 5 this time.
I was getting ready to do the same thing. Looks like Muckerhide's going to take the ball out of bounds here. I'm probably going to run a situation here where they boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is living on the edge right there, Todd.
Yep.
Muckerhide's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. The one thing about it that we need to keep in mind here is, depending on the time on the clock, if they do score,
Muckride knocks down the first Big Sky.
You might not have to take it out. Looks like Coach Metz is going to call a full timeout here. So we'll again take a sponsor break and be back with Charger basketball on WTRE.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Welcome back to Jacksonville High School. 54-48. Chargers on top. Caden Muckerhide going to the line to shoot the second of 2 shots. Chargers have 2 timeouts left. The Eagles are out of timeouts, so if the clock gets down to under 5 seconds, we don't even have to take that ball out of bounds.
Muckerhide for his second Big Sky free throw.
Rolls in and
Rattles out.
Just a little short.
Good job, Owen there.
Yeah.
Forces a turnover. Muckrod comes away with it. White tackles Muckrod.
That was a horse collar, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a 15-yarder. Muckrod back to the line for a pair of Big Sky free throws.
Eagles had an opportunity there after the second miss, but
first one is good.
Turned the ball over, which is their 12th turnover. So puts the Chargers up 3 possessions now, which should be safe unless we do something silly like foul a three-point shooter.
Second one
rolls
is
the
good.
second one in, 8-point lead.
And there's another turnover.
Yeah,
Chargers come away.
good job of Coach Metz on both of those possessions there, coming up with a little zone press to seal the win. So Chargers come out on top, 56-48, and nice win for our Chargers. We'll take some commercial breaks and be back with the wrap up of things here. See if Coach Metz will come out and join us for a second. But this is Charger basketball on WTRE.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable. To record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
The Wrap Up the Year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the Wrap Up the Year.
Can you still hear me, Coach?
Yep.
I think we're still good.
Well, we're back here at Jacksonville High School. We had a little malfunction with the power there, so hopefully everybody's still tuned in, but kind of waiting on Coach Metz. Todd, unofficially, I had us 2 for 9 from the three-point line that second half, 9 for 18 overall. And for the game, 7 for 22 from the three-point line and 18 for 40 from the field. Eagles ended up with 12 turnovers. The Chargers had 8. So pretty well played game by the Chargers from the standpoint of turnovers.
Yep. Leading the way for the Chargers was Muckereye with 24, Palmer with 13, Maurer was with 9, 2 from Eldridge, 2 from Morris, 2 from Odell, 2 from Youngman, 2 from Snell. A lot of people on the scoring column tonight.
That's good to see. Well, we got Coach Metz with us here. Coach, one of the things I'm sure you'll agree with is anytime you can come to this place and win, whether it's by 2 or 22, it is an accomplishment. So good road win for our Chargers tonight.
A good grow-up game for us. That's what we just talked about in the locker room. I think Brent maybe went back, and this is the 3rd time we've won here since about 2004. If just going back to just that far, it's a very tough place to come in and play. And if you're not a veteran, experienced team, which we're getting there slowly, sometimes it takes gritting one out and growing up to figure out how to do it. And I thought I got good contributions from, I told everybody on the bench that came in.
Yep.
Logan Odell had a big basket. Brady stepped up in the second half, hit some big shots in the corners. Cooper had a good game. You know, I could go on down the line of different guys that gave good contributions, but at the end of the day, we don't care statistics, what we get. As long as we get that W on the scoreboard, we're moving on, and thank goodness we'll be back home tomorrow.
Well, unofficially, I just told Todd that I only had us for 8 turnovers, so we really played solid. I know you had to call a timeout there when they went to that 1-3-1 just to kind of make sure everybody knew where they were supposed to be and what they were supposed to be doing. But we handled it pretty well, and I thought, you know, as a whole, we just played a good, solid game. We had a little spurt offensively in that second quarter that I think kind of got us flowing a little bit. It was a little slow start to begin with, but once we got into that, I thought we played pretty well.
And I know that they want to play in the 40s. They're going to grind it out. They're going to take long possessions. And one of our key emphasis going all week was, you know, they got South Ripley here the very first game of the season. And South Ripley come down and take the first quick basket or quick shot they could take. Jacksonville would come down, take 45 seconds off the clock, and get a back door, shoot free throws. South Ripley go the other end and shoot one in 5 or 6 seconds, and Jacksonville would just rinse, repeat. So knowing that they wanted to grind it out, so to speak, 26-27 was not overly surprising for me, and I thought at halftime. And I thought once we kind of settled in and saw the ball go through the basket a little bit, like you said, things kind of opened up for us. We got some spurts when we needed them and put them away when we had to.
I thought one of the really things you kids did really well defensively, I know you were switching a lot of things, and I thought you did a nice job, with the exception of maybe once or twice there. I know Owen Eldridge got caught under a screen late in the game there, and I forget who it was he left open for a 3 or whatever. But as a whole, I thought they really did a good job communicating and handling the screens and the cuts, and so that's a plus for you guys in preparation.
And it's a hard adjustment, you know, because one thing I don't want to do is put a kid in a position to have to guard somebody he's not capable of, you know. So Brady, if we can find Brady a good matchup that we feel like, hey, you know, the Dwinger kid, we think you can come out on him on the perimeter if you have to, leave the paint a little bit. So that might be a situation where the other 4 guys are switching, but we're going to keep Brady on the Dwinger kid,
right,
and make those guys have to communicate. Because a lot of times it gets lost when everybody's switching. It's just assumed that this is where we're going. Well, the next thing you know, a guy slips and gets a layup because we don't communicate, and they lay one in. So I kind of like the standpoint of being able to go back and forth a little bit, having the switching ability, which I think is something that maybe we should have done more last year. But I like that it's something that we can kind of go to, because if you don't practice against it all the time, it takes a half or two to really get into a flow of trying to figure out how to break it down and beat off of it. So I think it gives us a little bit of an edge, and I thought we, like you said, performed really well in it at different spurts tonight.
Well, I know one of your big emphasis is always when we communicate via email, you always talk about got to win the boards. And I know they started off in the first quarter and had 4 offensive rebounds. And I unofficially only had them for 3 more the rest of the game. And so I thought your kids really did a good job rebounding, especially in that second half.
And I don't know what it was today. Maybe it was the kids getting out of school at noon. But I felt like in the JV game there was no energy.
Yeah.
I felt like the first part of the first quarter, same thing, no energy. And it's like once we really got going and we started mentally locking in, we were able to clean a lot of that stuff up. Because we're undersized. I mean, Brady's 6'5", and after him, we got a bunch of 6'2" and down.
Yep.
So we really have to work hard at positioning ourselves to block out, and then go and retrieve the basketball. Whereas maybe last year at the JV level we could just stand in front of guys and rely on them not jumping over top. Well, now you're going against varsity athletes that can get up a little bit, tip it away from you. But it's definitely lessons learned, and we're getting better at it each game that we play, each practice that we have, and we just got to continue to build on it.
Well, good win tonight. No rest for the wicked, as they say. We come right back at it tomorrow night. We're at home with Switzerland County. What can you tell us about them?
They can't get out. I don't feel bad for them per se, but they can't get out of their own ways with injuries. I know that last year they had one of their best players out all year with an ankle injury.
Is that Craig?
Craig, he's back. But unfortunately for them, they had their best guard injure his knee in soccer. I don't know when or if he'll be back. And then their big kid, number 13 that we played against this summer, tore his hamstring. So I don't really know where he's at in his progression. I know that he tried to do some running about a week ago and couldn't even get up down the floor. So I don't really know where they're going to be. But, Coach Reitzman does a good job, like going back to when he was at South Ripley.
Yep. That
secondary action that they do, and they do it out of different formations. Talking about communicating tonight, we're really going to have to be on our spots and on our game, talking back and forth with each other, getting through screens, switching screens, and making sure that we're taking away, because that's kind of their bread and butter and what they like to go to.
Well, I know you'll have them ready for tomorrow night, and I'm sure you'll come in tomorrow for a little walkthrough and talk about them a little bit more specifically, and then everybody will get a little time off for some Christmas, and come back then next week with tournament up at Richmond.
And we're looking forward to it. I know the kids are ready for some time off away from school. I know I certainly am. But yeah, it's always nice to kind of get away from it a little bit. I think when you go, and you can take a step back for a couple days and kind of recharge and refresh yourself, and hopefully we can come back and we can get one tomorrow. And then my plan right now is, hey, boys, you get Saturday off. We'll see how we play tomorrow, but that's the plan. And jump right back into it the day after Christmas and get ourselves ready for a really competitive Richmond tournament.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Coach, again, congratulations. Good win. Like we said, it's always a tough place to win, and anytime you can win down here, no matter what the situation is or by how much or little, you'll take that in a heartbeat. So,
and like I told the guys, we won't think back and look that, it was only by 8. Who cares? We got out of here with a win, and we're going to move on down the road.
And we know, Todd and I talked about it on the air prior to. We know that they were gunning for us this year after we kind of put a thump on them last year. And that was, I don't ever remember us beating a Jacksonville team that bad since I've been in North Decatur anyway. So good win, and way to get the kids ready to play tonight.
Thank you, guys.
All right, good luck tomorrow night, Coach.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Run down the scoring for the Eagles real quick. White had 19. Dwenger had 13. 7 for Coleman. 3 for Hughes. 3 for Comer, 3 for Simon and 3 for Hughes for their 48. Chargers were 13 of 18 from the line, with Muckerhide knocking them all down and Eldridge going 0 for 2. So the Eagles were 7 of 9 from the line. For the Chargers victory, 56-48.
Yeah, like I said, Todd, it's a good win for our Chargers, and go home and get a little rest tonight. And I don't know if Switzerland County played tonight or not. For some reason, I think they did, but I don't remember who it was. Or excuse me, I don't think they played tonight.
I don't think they did either.
So they'll come in with fresh legs and so forth tomorrow night, and we'll have to have some good play from a lot of people. Well, that's all I have, unless you have something else.
Nope, I'm good. Thanks
see
for letting me sit in. Hopefully Jeff heals up, and
appreciate
if not,
you helping
I'll
me
see
out
you tomorrow
tonight,
night.
and appreciate David doing the camera for us tonight. So thanks to everyone for tuning in, and we'll hopefully see everybody tomorrow night. Thank you.